The new Switch 2 has come out along with some other games, the launch title being Mario Kart World. And I've had a lot of fun actually playing through this. I guess my first initial thoughts on the Switch 2 is I like it. A lot of people are complaining because they're like, well, it's kind of just like a Switch Pro. It's bigger and a little bit better than the original Switch. I mean, it is an upgrade, for sure. It is for sure an upgrade. So, I don't know. I don't really want to get into all of the drama surrounding the Switch, the price point being one of them, where I think this is $450, and if you want to get the Mario Kart bundle, it's $500. So, yeah, as far as that, like, how do I feel about the price? I don't know. I don't... Obviously, I don't love it. If I could pay $300 to get a Switch 2, I would. Also, I mean, you're paying just the same price for like an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, and obviously the arguments are like, well, those are more powerful. Yeah, well, I also can play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the go, in handheld. There's a lot of counter arguments and whatnot, so I don't really want to get into any of that. So yeah, of course, if I could get the console cheaper, I would want that. As far as the price point where it is at now, it's whatever, you know. I wanted it, I bought it, and I got Mario Kart, and I can now play all of my Switch games backwards compatible on this, and it's going to be better. There's a lot of Switch 2 upgrades for some of the games. The Joy-Cons are different, where they have like this magnetic capability, which is so satisfying. You click the button on the back of the Joy-Con, and it pops off. The tablet itself is bigger. Let it be known, I'm not like the biggest handheld Switch gamer. I didn't really play a lot of Switch 1 handheld. I think the only time I really got super into playing Switch handheld was every single night when I first started playing Breath of the Wild back in, this had to be like 2019, maybe like early 2020, because in March, that's when I got, March 2020 is when I got my Switch. But I would borrow Thane's Switch, and I would play every single night in my bed, and I would play handheld, and I would probably get a Switch about 9 or 10, and I would lay down and basically play until the battery died or got somewhere close to death. But other than that, I don't really play a lot of Switch handheld. I am going on a trip here soon where I am going to be taking this, and I'm going to be playing a lot of Switch handheld. But yeah, the screen's bigger. I think the Joy-Cons, they feel better. There's more buttons to it. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really like the Switch 2 so far. I've been nothing but pleased with it. It was super easy to transfer everything over from my Switch 1 to my Switch 2. I like that all of my Switch 1 things that I've purchased on like the Play Store or the Nintendo Switch online store or whatever, like all my games and stuff is all saved in here. You can go through, you can see all the games that I've played physically or games that I have bought digitally and downloaded. And they all say what they are too. Like if I click on Stardew, it's got a little blank cartridge slot saying, yeah, you've played this game, but you don't own it digitally. Whereas if I go to Monopoly, it's got a full one. And I guess it's hard to see. I'm filming this on my webcam, but you can see right there next to the word Monopoly or the game. See how that's filled out blue, and then if I go over to Stardew, it's empty. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm having a ton of fun with the Switch 1 already. So I've played Mario Kart. I've beat that. I've also played through Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I beat that. I'm going to be doing one of these reviews on that as well. And then when I go on my trip, I'm going to be taking Kirby and the Forgotten Land because I'm also going to be playing with some friends. So I'm going to be playing Kirby by myself, but also be playing Mario Kart with friends. And then I'm also going to bring Mario Party as well. So it's really cool. Like I said, what I really like about this is I now can play, well, I still can play all of my Switch 1 games, which I have a lot, but it's on a better system. And if you want, there's a lot of games, and I probably will whenever I get back to replaying them. You can do, if you own the game like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom already, you can pay $10 to upgrade to the Switch 2 version, which I think it runs at 4K 60 FPS. So it's super cool. Like I said, I'm in love with the Switch 2 right now, and it's still very early on. The library is very short, or the library is very small anyway, but the console launched a month ago, so not even a month ago. The console launched June 5th. It's June 24th as the filming of this video. So really, yeah, I'm loving the Switch, but what I wanted to get into today for this video is Mario Kart World. Now, I think that Mario Kart World is probably the best Mario Kart game that they have ever made. And mind you, I have played every single Mario Kart up to this point. I've played the original Mario Kart. I've played Super Mario Kart. I've played Mario Kart 64. I played Mario Kart on the DS. I've played Mario Kart on the Wii, which was a ton of fun. I played Mario Kart on the Wii U, which was Mario Kart on the Switch. And I own Mario Kart on the Switch. I own all the Mario Kart games except for I don't own Mario Kart DS. That's not true. I don't own a lot of them, but I have the capabilities to play them with Nintendo Switch Online and emulation. There's ways to play the older Mario Karts, but I do own Mario Kart 64. I own Mario Kart Wii. I've played a ton of Double Dash. I don't own Double Dash. It's super expensive, and I may just end up emulating that one and playing that one in the future if I want to get into it. I own Mario Kart on the Switch, the Mario Kart 8, which was on the Wii U as well, but the Switch version's better, so just buy that one if you're going to buy Mario Kart 8. And now I have Mario Kart World, which I believe to be the best one. I beat Mario Kart World in about, I think 3 hours, 3-ish hours is how long it took me to beat all of the tracks. For me, beating Mario Kart means that I beat every cup, getting first place at like the top CC, so 150 CC. I did every single cup, got the gold trophy except for one, which I didn't beat. I probably will eventually go back and try to beat that cup, but I didn't beat that one, and it doesn't even matter because you still can unlock the very end, which I will talk about later. The game is awesome. The game looks incredible, and it feels amazing. Controlling the karts, I feel like, has never felt better. The characters look awesome. The worlds are awesome. The tracks are so much fun. There's so many tracks, there's so many characters to choose from, there's so many different costumes that you can unlock while playing the game to get more costumes for characters. So there's, like I said, there's tons of tracks, there's lots of callbacks to other games, other Mario Kart levels, other games within the Mario universe. The music is so freaking good. I think this is probably one of my favorite soundtracks in all of video games because, once again, it has lots of callbacks and encapsulates lots of different Mario games within the Mario universe. Lots of callbacks to other Mario Kart games. So it is just so much fun. This Mario Kart World feels like such a love letter to fans of, obviously, Mario Kart, but also fans of just Mario in general. And it's so cool. So going back to what I talked about earlier is after you play through all of the different circuits, I don't know if you have to get gold on all of them. Obviously you don't, because I didn't get gold on one of them. I'm not even sure if you have to win, like if you have to get on the podium at all to unlock the final tracks. I don't really know. I haven't looked into it because I didn't really care. But I got to, once after you beat the 7 tracks, or the 7 circuits, then it unlocks the final circuit, which has super cool levels. And I think my 2 favorite levels in the entirety of this game was Bowser's Castle. Was super cool. It was very, very, very creative. And then Rainbow Road, which blew my mind. I think Rainbow Road in Mario Kart World has to be my favorite track in all of the Mario Kart games ever made. It was so fun. It was so creative. And I don't want to spoil any of it. If you haven't played it or you haven't seen anything about it, maybe you should go check it out. I don't know. Like, obviously, getting the game is a little difficult because you have to get the Switch and then you got to pay $80 for the game, which price point is another issue with this game and just modern gaming in general. So I don't know. The question I always ask myself is, what is a new game worth to me? Well, it just depends on what kind of game it is and how much I want to play it. Would I happily pay $80 for Mario Kart? Well, I did in a roundabout way because I bought the new Switch bundle with Mario Kart. So I don't know. It's a fun game. Like I said, I think this is the best Mario Kart game ever made, and I'm going to have tons of fun playing this with friends. The first day that we got it, so the day that the Switch 2 launched, we took work off, and me, Cole, and Luke, I don't think they knew that this is Cole, Luke, and I, we went to, we drove to Twin because my copy was pre-ordered at GameStop, but Cole pre-ordered his copy at Walmart, and it showed up that morning before work, so we did half a day at work and then took off and basically dedicated the rest of our day to Mario Kart. Now, I ended up having to leave early to go. I had some things I had to do for a couple hours, but before that, we played probably 2 or 3 hours of Mario Kart, and then after I left, those guys kept playing Mario Kart. They ended up beating it day one and unlocking lots of different cool things, and I waited another week before I actually started playing and beat my copy of it, so... yeah, I don't know. It was a ton of fun. Some of the things that I have seen people pull off in Mario Kart is nuts. This Mario Kart World game, some of the cool tricks and flips and glitches and skips that people are doing just blows my mind. People are so good at Mario Kart, and the speedruns for this are going to be so freaking awesome. I haven't looked into any of them yet, but I'm excited to. Another fun thing that this game has is it's got like the kind of knockout / battle royale mode where I think it starts out with 24 racers, and every track you do, you have to place a certain number or you get kicked out, kind of like Fall Guys, how they would do that. So in Mario Kart World, you start a battle royale mode, and then it's like, okay, if you don't place 20th or better, then you're kicked out. Then the next race, I think it's like 16th or better, and then the next race is 12th or better, and then 8th or better, and then 4th or better, and then it's obviously 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are racing to see who wins the battle royale. So that's really cool. It's a different take on Mario Kart. And then also the free play / free roam is awesome. You could drive anywhere on this map, and there's lots of secrets to discover. I've only spent maybe 2 or 3 hours in the free roam, and that has just been such a fun, very chill experience. There's lots, like I said, lots of secrets. You can unlock character skins. You can do these, you hit the pound buttons, so the blue buttons with the P on it, and then it's like, okay, now you need to do this very specific 15-second run where you collect the blue coins, and then it's like, boom, you did it. You set a record, and you get a sticker. So it's a little lackluster on some of the rewards you get, but whatever. It's there. It's fun. I think that there's going to be a lot of content around this game as far as content creators making really cool stuff, tutorials showing people lots of tricks and different secrets and whatnot. There's going to be lots of videos breaking down the music and talking about leitmotifs and talking about different games and references within the music, within the world design, the levels, the characters, the character design, the different costumes. I think there was so much love poured into this game, and I don't think I could ask for more. This is everything I would have ever wanted in a Mario Kart game and more. I don't think anybody could have well, maybe some people could have predicted the free roam world aspect of it. I wouldn't have, because Mario Kart's never done that. But it's a ton of fun. Like I said, it's everything that I want in a Mario Kart game and more. And I'm excited to see all of the DLC that's going to come out for the next 5 to 7 years from this game, where they're going to bring back old courses, they're going to bring new courses, they're going to add new characters, they're going to add more music, and maybe more modes. Who freaking knows? Maybe there's going to be like a tower mode where you have to climb up a tower as lava is rising, and maybe you have to jump from buildings to buildings because the floor is lava. I don't know. I think there's a lot of endless possibilities you could do with Mario Kart, and I think something that I've kind of like thrown around in my brain, and I don't know how feasible it would be. Probably more feasible than I think, because other games are doing it. But if you had something like a Forge mode that Halo has, where you allow the community, basically you're giving the tools and all the content updates to the community and saying, hey, have fun, guys. Go create levels, go create modes, and share it with everybody. And at that point, you can make a forever game. Something like Fortnite is doing that to the max. Roblox obviously does it. Halo 3 nailed it and kind of laid the groundwork for stuff like this back in 2007. I don't know. I love this game. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I'm excited to play it for the next few years. I'm excited to get all the DLC updates whenever they come out. But I think for right now, I still have a lot to eat up with Mario Kart World. Lots to do, and I'm super excited. So yeah, that's it, everybody. Those are my thoughts on Mario Kart World. Like I said, there's a lot left for me to do in it, and I don't think you could ever do it all. Maybe some people can. Maybe some people already have hundreds of hours in the game. Probably not me. But yeah, I like this game, and if you haven't, you should play it if you have the means to. If not, there's tons of videos on the internet where you can go consume some content on Mario Kart World. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep it rad.